Hello, everyone. We're going live today. The package that I have been expecting has finally come in. So we are going to be revealing that. But first, before we get started, um, we have several cat channels who have submitted their questions um, for this particular live. So, hi there, Laura. How are you? Just letting you know I see you there. Um, what we're going to be doing today is a lot of the subscribers have submitted some questions that we're going to be answering about Lucy and Leo for this live stream. And we're also going to be revealing what came in this package. So I'm really super excited about that. And we're going to get started here with that as soon as we get a few more people to show up. We've got two people here. Hey, Spine Ticks, how are you? How are you? We've got quite a few things going on today. We've had some of the subscribers have submitted some questions about Lucy and Leo. So we're going to be revealing the questions, the answers to those questions, and shouting out their channels. And hey, from the hill, how are you doing? How are you doing? Um, we got a few things going on today. We're going to be answering some of the subscribers' questions about Lucy and Leo, and we're also going to be showing what this is. So I'm really, really super excited about that. Um, we have a couple of we'll start with these questions from some of the subscribers. I'm going to drop a link here. This first channel here is Cats for Nelson. I'm going to drop that link. Cats for Nelson. Hey, Allison Pearl Jam. Yay. How are you doing? Allison Pearl Jam. We have Spine Ticks and we have From the Hilt. We also have some real life friends in for this particular stream. So we are also going to be answering some questions about Lucy and Leo tonight. The first link I'm going to go ahead and pin up there is from a channel called Cats for Nelson. And their questions that they have asked is what is their favorite toy? Um, Leo has a couple of favorite toys. He really likes this red, white, and green ribbon wand that he likes. You've probably seen it in a couple of my videos. And he also likes this little squeaky mouse wand. It's a little squeaky mouse on the end of a wand with a string. And he really likes that. Yay, Kim Artist! All right, I'm glad you made it. Kim, we have a few people in the stream tonight from the Hilt and Spine Ticks. We've also got my friend Laura is here. Um, we've also got Allison Pearl Jam, and we're going to be answering questions tonight. So the first channel up top is Cats for Nelson. So make sure y'all um, subscribe to them. And their next question, we didn't answer what Lucy's favorite toy was. Lucy's favorite toy, Lucy has a couple of favorite toys. She likes this little, I don't know if you can see it right back there. It's sitting on a shelf, that blue mechanical feather toy. Um, she really likes that. And she kind of stole one of Leo's new toys. It's like a ball with a mechanical feather that goes around on the a floor, and she loves to chase that. And it goes around on that goes around on the a floor, and she loves to chase that. And Lucy also happens to like anything to do with catnip. So I have these catnip balls. I mean, they're the greatest thing in the world. I mean, she just goes nuts for them. But she has recently discovered these new, well, they're not new, but they're catnip pillows, and they used to belong to Rascal. And she's recently rediscovered them and has just gone crazy for these little toys. And then Cats for Nelson also asks, do they prefer wet food or dry food? Well, I prefer to give them wet food. One, because it's more nutritious for them, and that way they get a little bit more of their water intake. However, I do give them a little bit of dry food because the dry food also helps take care of any tartar or prevent gingivitis on their teeth and stuff. So that'll save me in the long run on having to get a lot of dental cleanings and stuff for these cats. And Cats for Nelson also asks what their favorite treats are. Hey, Jennifer Morales, Feline Films. Um, how are you doing? Tonight in the stream, we have Kim Artist, my friend Laura. We also have Allison Pearl Jam. We have Spine Ticks, and we have From the Hilt. Um, in case you guys haven't heard of them, Spine Ticks has a live on Saturday nights, and another friend of mine, Callie and Jordan Squad, had told me right after I was in his live stream one evening that he was going over to Spine Ticks, and oh my God, I am so glad I did. Man, these guys are so much fun. You laugh. I mean, and everybody in the chat is so cool. And they have some really interesting things that they show every week. It could either be comic books or sports cards or some cool thing that they've picked up, action figures, all kinds of interesting things. So you guys, if you have nothing to do on Saturday night, you definitely need to go check out Spine Text. Um, so anyhow, Cats for Nelson. Also, uh, you're very welcome, Spine Text, because I have a great time in your channel. Um, but Cats for Nelson also asks what their favorite treats are. So Leo's favorite treat, he has two. In the afternoon, he really loves these Delectables favorite stew. Hi, pre-retirement days! Yay, you made it. We're just getting started here. We have lots going on, so we're just in the very beginning of things, and some of these questions are kind of repeats. So I will go over them again for people that are just kind of coming in. Um, and anyhow, we are on Leo's treats that he likes. He likes in the afternoon these delectable stews because he's a big fan of gravy. Anything with gravy and chunks, he loves. However, in his second afternoon snack is like the delectables squeeze ups. That's what he likes. Lucy, on the other hand, she likes these little things called Friskies, little soups. And of course, they have to be the seafood flavor. That's her favorite thing. And then her second afternoon snack, she gets the Inaba churros. And that's very similar to the Heart's delectable squeeze up, but that's what Lucy likes. Now, the next person who is someone who we actually have in the chat right now, and that would be Kim Artist. Let me get her link for her channel. Okay. This is Kim Artist's link. I'm going to go ahead and as soon as the chat rolls, I'm going to pin her link up top. So make sure everybody goes and subscribes to Kim Artist. I can't get that link to pin for some reason because it keeps wanting to. I'm going to go ahead and type something here just to get, yeah, there we go. Now I can get it to roll up a bit. Okay. Now Kim Artist's link is pinned up top. And Kim asks the following questions. The first one is, how did we meet? So for Leo was being rehomed through a local rescue. And I happened to run across his picture 3 months after Rascal passed away. And I saw this cat and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't let this cat go to a bad home. And he looked so much like Rascal, but this little guy just turned 3 years old. And I met with his previous owner and to see if he was going to be a good fit. And I immediately like fell in love with this cat. And he was so sweet. And I didn't want him to be like out, too long away from his familiar surroundings. So we agreed I would fill out the adoption papers for him. And I got approved. And a week later, Leo ended up in my home. Now, as far as how I met Lucy, my friend Laura, who was also in the chat, Laura is how I ended up with Lucy. Lucy came kind of in a bundle of 3. My friend Laura found 2 kittens in her backyard, tiny little kittens. The first one to be found, who you've also seen on my channel, is Bagheera, and he's a big, fluffy, black and white tuxedo boy. And he was the first one to be found. Actually, I think it was her dogs that found Bagheera in their backyard. And he was a tiny, tiny little baby that needed to be bottle fed. This little guy was not going to make it if they didn't take him in. He was literally found in their backyard. 2 days later, same thing happens. Their dogs find another kitten in the backyard. And it was Onyx. Onyx is a solid black male cat. Looks identical to Lucy, except he's a boy. And hey, Tranquil, how are you? And anyhow, Onyx and Bagheera for a couple of weeks needed to be bottle fed. And then shortly after the 2-week, like a 2-week period or something, my friend's daughter was outside and heard something in the garage. And it was another tiny little kitten in the garage. And anyhow, it turned out to be Lucy. And Lucy was already walking around. I mean, they probably were about 4, maybe 5 weeks at this time. And I think Lucy was bottle fed for about a week before I ended up taking her home. And that's how I met Lucy. And Kim Artist asks the next question, how long have you been together? Leo has only been here since May, so Leo's only been with me for about 4 months. And oh, it certainly was Spine Ticks. If you don't know, Lucy was featured on Spine Ticks Live show last week as their pet of the week, and I was just so thrilled to see her up there. It was, I mean, I was just like, that's cool. That's really cool. Thank you so much for that. Um, and anyhow, Lucy has been with me. She's now 2.5 years old. In fact, in 2 days, she will be exactly 2.5 years old because her birthday is, we rough guesstimated how old these kittens were. So they were born right around March 15th when they were found. Because I got Lucy like right at the tail end of April. Um, and we were guessing that she was about 5, 6 weeks old at that point in time. And Kim Artis also asked, what is your funniest moments? Um, Leo, uh, let me see. Leo has this quirky little spin that he does. It's weird. It's like he has this weird, he slants his head to the side and then he spins around and he's trying to get Lucy to chase him. And it's really funny because he makes this little buzzing sound when he does it. And it's that to me is funny. And Lucy's funniest moment, her entire kittenhood, because I've never raised a kitten before in my life, and she just did some of the craziest things. But one of the things that really sticks with me is she would just dart through the house, like a little tiny bullet. And I'll never forget one night I'm laying in bed watching TV, and this little tiny kitten comes barreling from the living room, and I have a window perch on the side of my bed right by the window so that the cats can lay in it. And this little kitten comes barreling through the living room into the bedroom, up the chair, onto the bed, and literally launches herself into the window. And I mean, the poor baby hit herself so hard. I thought she hurt herself, but she didn't. Thankfully, she didn't. But she just literally launched herself into that window. And I think the funniest thing, you hear the stereotypes. Hey, Max and Minnie, meow. How are you? Um, but anyhow, you've heard the stereotype of calling kittens curtain climbers? Well, Lucy was definitely a curtain climber. I literally have watched her climb the curtains. So that was pretty funny. And then Kim Artis also asks, sad moments. Haven't really had any sad moments with Leo because Leo has kind of been there to keep me focused from being sad. Oh, Lucy, how are you, baby girl? Um, but anyhow, Lucy's saddest moments had to be done the procedure here in my home because I refused to take him to a vet, to where he would have to pass in a cold vet office away from his familiar surroundings and everything. And Lucy literally, like, stayed with him the entire time. Lucy stayed with him the entire time. And Laura can tell you that when when he had taken his last breath, I made sure that Lucy sniffed him, and the she knew that he was gone, because she hissed at him, and she knew that it wasn't her friend anymore, and she just kind of took off running into the bedroom, into the window perch where she likes to go, and she literally saw the veterinarian carrying her friend away on his last ride. And what was even more sad is that in the days and weeks that followed that she became so depressed. She was constantly looking for him, constantly going over to his sleeping spots and constantly going over to, where he used to play onto his S scratcher and onto his chair and stuff, and he's not there. And she would literally mope around and become very, very demanding for my attention. And, which she never used to do with me because she was always a daddy's girl. And Kim Artis also asked if they've had any health challenges. Luckily, these two have not had any health challenges. Um, um, Leo literally went to the vet the day that he arrived at my home with a clean bill of health. So he had to, you know, he had to be checked out and everything, and he came out with a clean bill of health. Lucy, luckily, thankfully, she's never had anything terrible happen to her. The only time Lucy had anything even remotely concerning was right after she got spayed. She had a little infection right on the incision because, I mean, okay, I tried. I really tried. How do you keep a 6-month-old kitten confined with a cone on their head? You just can't do it. You just can't do it. So I took her to the vet. They gave her antibiotics. They treated her. I had to put these little antiseptic wipes on her, which of course she hated, but she got treated. She's fine and dandy, and she's been a little pistol ever since. And then, okay, here we have Paws and Tails. Paws and Tails asks the following questions. What are their favorite toys? And for those of you that have just come in, Leo's favorite toy is his red, white, and green ribbon wand that he loves. And he also has a little squeaky mouse on the end of a string that's attached to a wand that he really likes. And favorite Lucy's favorite toy is that blue mechanical toy right there that you can see kind of right there, as well as the mechanical feather ball. And she also likes anything to do with catnip. Paws and Tails also asks, oh, let me get Paws and Tails link up here real quick. Okay, Paws and Tails. I'm just going to do that so I can pin the link here for everybody to make sure everybody's subscribed to Paws and Tails. Paws and Tails also asks about their favorite treats. Once again, Leo's favorite treats are the delectables stews, seafood and seafood variety. Stews, seafood and seafood variety. And he also likes the delectable squeeze ups. Lucy likes Frisky's Little Soups, and she also likes an abachuru. Paws and Tails also asks, where are their favorite sleeping spots? Now, I don't know if you can see it, but it's literally like right there. Leo has a donut bed, like somewhere like right in that area. He has a donut bed. That's his favorite spot. And another one is literally in this spot on the cat tree right behind me. Lucy has um, a little hammock part of the cat tree behind this pink screen behind me. And she also has this little pink tent that she likes to sleep in. Paws and Tails also asks, where do they like to be petted? Um, Leo likes to be petted right on the top of his head and on the sides of his cheeks, where Lucy likes to be petted under her chin and at the base of her tail. Now, Paws and Tails also asks what their favorite activity is. Oh, they have their favorite activity are the three activities that every cat likes to do: sleeping, eating, and playing, in that order. Okay, now let me see. We have Alice and Pearl Jam. Let me get Alice and Pearl Jam's link up here. And I'm just going to type something here to scroll this up so I can pin that link. All right. Alice and Pearl Jam asks the following questions. Do Lucy or Leo have issues with vomiting, especially after eating? These are good questions. Never had a problem with Lucy. Lucy, never. Leo, on the other hand, Leo has had some issues with vomiting. Not only will he vomit his food. Hey, Ambrosius Bell, how are you? At what I've been doing lately for Leo is I've been adding some fiber, either in the form of Metamucil, or Purina makes a supplement called Fortiflora that is specially made for pets that you can add to their food. It's like pet Metamucil. And I've been adding that to his treats. And it's tasteless, it's textureless, so they don't even know they're getting it. But oh my gosh, for the last 3 weeks, he has not thrown up. He has not. Hey, Bert! Bert! All right. We got Bert in the house. So anyhow, ever since I have been adding this Fortiflora to Leo's treats, he has not vomited once. And the reason I've been starting these is because I've noticed he has a problem with hairballs. So he does vomit hairballs as well as his food. So in order to alleviate that, the Fortiflora really does help. So Alice and Pearl Jam also asks, what happens to Lucy and Leo when you go on vacation? Simple answer to that: I don't go on vacation. I'm poor folk. I don't go on vacation. However, I do, if something were to happen to me, or if I needed to make a quick trip out of town, or if I have to work a double or something, I have two very reliable friends, Laura being one of them, who's in the chat tonight. If if I needed something, or if the cats needed to be fed or taken care of or spent time with, I know I could count on one of them to take care of the cats. Alice and Pearl Jam also asks, do either Lucy or Leo keep you up at night? Well, the answer to that question is an atomic bomb wouldn't wake me up once I actually get to sleep, because I'm a chronic insomniac. So once I actually do get to sleep, there is no waking me up until I wake up. But they're midnight zoomies, don't really bother me because I'm up at that hour. And by the time they get their zoomies out, I'm ready to go to bed. So they're ready to go to bed, and they pretty much sleep the night. Alice and Pearl Jam also asks, what is the biggest challenge with Lucy and Leo? Oh, the biggest challenge, and thankfully it's over, the biggest challenge I think I've ever had was the initial slow introduction between two brand new cats. Because those of you who have pets, cats are not like dogs. Dogs, dogs get together, they sniff each other, they sniff each other's butts, and, they either like each other or they don't. Dogs will either get along or dogs will not, and eventually dogs will get along. But cats are a totally different animal. Hey, Trev. Hey, Trev, how are you doing? Um, Anyhow, introducing cats is a whole different animal. Cats are very territorial. And Lucy, for 3 months had been here by herself. And the only cat that she ever knew since she was a kitten, really, was Rascal. And once he passed, she kind of didn't really accept it, didn't really not accept the fact that she was an only cat. But then Leo came along 3 months after. And, you know, as you can tell, I'm kind of in a small separate, where Lucy had to be in the living room, Leo had to be in the bedroom, and then switching them out so that they can get a good sniff, they could get their scent on everything. That was a huge challenge. That was a huge challenge, and I'm so glad I don't have to go through that again. Having It's different when you've got a cat and a kitten. Different with a cat and a kitten. But two adult cats, that's a real big challenge. And I praise anybody that can do it correctly, and then you got cats that can get along. And Allison Pearl Jam asks the last question here. What is the first thing Leo and Lucy would do when I get 100K subscribers? Oh my God. Well, first of all, I'm a long way off from that. But I'll tell you what, when Lucy and Leo get 100K subscribers, they're going to have one hell of a party. Hell of a party. And I'm going to do like what Allison Pearl Jam has said they're going to do. I'm going to fly some people out here to Dallas, and we're going to go live for all of YouTube to see how the YouTube community comes together for a party. That's what we're going to do. And let me see. The next questions were from Baby Charlie the cat. Let me pull up Baby Charlie's link here. Okay, Baby Charlie the cat. They asked the next questions. Here's Baby Charlie's link. I'm going to go ahead and pin that link. And Baby Charlie only asked 3 questions. And one of them was, what is their favorite food? As far as their regular food goes, Leo will either get Im's perfect portion, the cuts version, or he will get the Friskies filet. And I have to keep switching them because they do turn their nose up at food. Lucy will get either the Sheba pate, the perfect portions, or she will get Tiki Cat, the seafood flavors. She likes the sardines. And Baby Charlie the cat also asked when I first met Lucy and Leo. Leo I met 3 months ago through rehoming him, through a local rescue. And Lucy I met in my best friend's backyard. Renee, our pets have six senses. How they do feel such events? Yeah, they might, Max and Minnie Meow. Okay, and baby Charlie's last question: since when are they so cute? Well, since I'm partial, I'm gonna say they've always been cute. And let me see the next set of questions comes from Cat Friends. Let me get Cat Friends link up there. Okay. All right. And Cat Friends asks, where are their favorite spot to sleep? And as I said, Cat Friends, Leo's favorite spot is that donut bed. Oh, he's about to go into the cat tunnel. He's playing behind there. The donut bed right behind here, or he likes to sleep right up here. Lucy has a hammock in one of the cat tree parts right behind the pink uh, screen behind me, or she also has this little pink cat tent that she likes to sleep in. Cat Friends also asks their favorite foods, and that would be for Leo, it's the Iams Perfect Portion cuts, as well as Friskies fillets. For Lucy, that would be Sheba Perfect Portions, pate, as well as Tiki Cat pate, the sardines version. She asks their favorite type of treats. For Leo, it's the delectables stew, as well as the delectable squeeze ups. For Lucy, she likes the Friskies little soups, and she likes the Anabachuru treats, squeeze up treats. She also asks their favorite toys. Leo's is the red, white, and green ribbon wand, and the little squeaky mouse wand. Lucy's is a mechanical blue feather toy and another feather toy, as well as she likes catnip pillows. And then unique things they do. Leo's unique thing that he does. Leo, and he may do it during the live here at some point in time, but only Leo will do this. Leo will jump from this cat tree here onto the back of my computer chair, and then he will put his front paws here, and he likes to rub his face on the microphone. That's a unique thing that Leo likes to do. Lucy has this cute little stretch that she does. She will get on her back two toes and just stretch up, and then she'll tap, tap, tap at me, and meow. And then when I go down to pet her, she runs like she wants me to chase her. And that's the unique thing that Lucy does. Now, our next set of questions comes from Indoraptor Edit. And I will get this up here. And Indoraptor Edit asks, what is their favorite foods? And for Leo, it's Friskies filet, and Lucy's is the Sheba pate. asks their favorite toy, and that's for Leo the ribbon wand and the mouse wand, for Lucy the blue feather toy and the catnip pillow. He also asks their place to sleep, and that's the donut bed and the tree for Leo, and the hammock and the pink tent for Lucy. Their favorite, he also asks unique thing they do, and that's Leo jumping on the back of the computer chair here. And for Lucy, it's her cute little stretch. And then, do they keep me up at night? No, they don't. They do not keep me up at night. And now, um, this person does not have a channel, but she's a really, really sweet supporter of mine. Her name is Mara Lorca. And Mara Lorca asks, how did I come up with my cat's names and for the channel name? Well, the channel name Rascal and Luci was obviously for Rascal and Lucy, because at the time I launched my channel, those were my two cats. And how did I come up with Leo and Lucy's name? Well, Leo's name, Leo had his name when I adopted him. And because, he was an older cat, I feel if a cat already kind of knows his name, and, why change it? Why stress him out even more? He's already coming to a new home. He's already having to get used to a new cat and new habits. If he's used to his name, let him keep his name at least. So that's how Leo got his name. And Lucy's name, Lucy has a little interesting name, because we really didn't know if Lucy was a boy or a girl when we had got her. And Lucy was going to be short for Lucifer, Furr. But I didn't really want to call her like Lucifer, so we shortened her name to Lucy. And then she also asked, what inspired me to create my channel? And that's a very good question, because the reason that I really wanted to start this channel was to, of course, eventually get monetized, although I realized that was going to take a lot of work. And at the time I launched my channel, I thought I was going to have, several years left with Rascal. And what I wanted to do was, once I was monetized, put back the money that I would make and use that as a nest egg, because let me tell you something, vet bills are expensive. They are not cheap. And I spent thousands of dollars on vet bills for Rascal, and I thank the good Lord that I have pet insurance, because I got reimbursed for 90% of what I spent, but I couldn't have done it without a good pet insurance plan. But the thing about pet insurance is that you still have to pay your vet up front, and you still, if you don't have that money, what do you do? I don't want to ever, ever, ever have to make a choice between treatment and euthanasia, ever. And that's mainly the sole purpose. That's mainly the sole purpose of this channel, is so that I can use what I eventually make towards treating my cats for their vet bills, because you really do need a good nest egg for the just in case. You never know what could happen. Anything, they could develop, some form of weird cancer like Rascal did, and it comes on suddenly and aggressively. But after Rascal's passing, I was hoping that once, the monetization kicks in on this channel, that it would be kind of a supplement towards helping to supplement my retirement eventually when I do retire. And Mara Lorca also asks, they say orange cats share one brain cell. Is there something in which your orange cat Leo did so smart that you thought he possessed that one cell? Um, to be honest, Leo hasn't really been with me long enough to see that side of him yet. So give it some time. I'm sure he will, do something of that nature. She also asks, uh, Lucy, on the other hand, is an elegant cat that, and common misconception is that black cats are bad luck. Has Lucy ever been your lucky charm? Well, let me tell you what. After Rascal's passing, don't know. Uh, I don't know where I would have been without Lucy, because I really honestly feel that I could have slipped into a deep and darker depression than I already did, after his passing. And Lucy was my reason that I didn't completely lose it, because I had something I had to take care of. I had to take care of Lucy. I have to look out for her well-being, and Lucy being there for me just for that was, you know, vital. And then she also asked, what season of the year is your cat's favorite? I'm gonna say my favorite, of course, is Halloween. I adore Halloween. In fact, I've got my decorations sitting on the couch. I'm ready to put them up. Um, but of course, I think the cats' favorite season is going to be Christmas and their birthdays, because we go all out for Christmas and their birthdays. Rascal and Lucy has a link below this video. Yes, I do. I do. Embrace Pet Insurance is who really saved me, at the, a lot. I couldn't have made it through all of Rascal's vet bills without them, and they are wonderful to deal with. Wonderful. Because believe me, I've been screwed over by insurance companies too, but Embrace is not one of them. um, and then let me see, we have here Retirement Days has a couple of questions. No, Retirement Days only actually asked one question, and that's, do they approve of vet appointments? To be honest, Retirement Days, Leo, I don't know how he behaves at the vet, because he went to the vet right before he came to his new home, which is here. Lucy, she doesn't really like going. She gets really scared. She's not really a people person. So I mean, when people come over, Lucy is off in a closet under the bed behind a curtain. She's somewhere. She won't come around until you're gone. When she goes to the vet, she'd much prefer to stay in her crate, even when the crate's open. So she doesn't really like it. If you saw her vet video on my channel, you saw that the only thing that she did when she got her nails clipped was she'll hiss. She won't try to bite you. She won't try to claw or scratch or anything. She just gets really scared and will hiss. Now, Jennifer Morales Feline Films has a couple of questions for about Lucy and Leo, and that's, do they have nicknames? Yes, they do. Leo, I call Leo my little Bubba, and I have no idea how this one came along. But Leo, I call him my Looster Magooster. because he's goofy sometimes, and I think just Looster Magooster sounds as goofy as he acts sometimes, and he really is. He's a goofball. Um, and Lucy's nicknames, I call Lucy my little Lucy Bell, Lulu Bell, or just Lulu. And Jennifer Morales also asks, do they have unique habits? I'm going to say yes. They both have their very unique habits. Uh, Leo insists on sleeping between my feet at night, where Lucy, when she wants to get into bed and sleep with me, she will crawl up into bed and get on this side of me, only this side. And she'll lay on her side and make biscuits with all 4 feet. And then she will chew on whatever I'm wearing. And that's Lucy's unique habit. And let me get Jennifer's link up here. This is Jennifer's link. So make sure everybody goes to Jennifer's channel. And then we have questions from one more channel, and that's John from Shenandoah Valley. And he asks, are they rescues or from outside? And I'm going to say both on that. Leo is definitely a rescue because I adopted him through a local rescue. And Lucy was rescued from my friend Laura's backyard so that she did not end up a stray feral cat, giving birth to more kittens. So she's now a nice house cat. And he also asks, are they crazy rambunctious, but only when you're not filming? The only one really who's really rambunctious is Leo. Lucy used to be rambunctious when she was a kitten, but Lucy has chilled out and calmed down quite a bit since she's 2.5 years old. Oh, hey, Leo. Oh, he's going in the window. But Leo, on the other hand, he is, all over. He's wildly rambunctious. And John also asked, let me get John's link up here. John, Shenandoah Valley. He also asks, do they snub their food that you choose to feed them? Oh my God, yes. You can give. I have 2 cats that refuse to eat the same flavor of food 2 days in a row. If you give them the same food, they're going to walk away from it. Leo does not like any food at all that have a beef flavor. So if it has a beef flavor, he's gonna walk away from it. It doesn't matter. Lucy is the same way. She eats this one food called Waruva pate. Sometimes she'll eat it. Sometimes she turns her nose up at it. He also asks, do they give you love bites? Lucy, very rarely. I gotta really be irritating her and going in for the belly trap, to get her to bite me. But Lucy is just not a biter. Leo, on the other hand, all I gotta do is pet him or rub him the wrong way and he'll take a chunk. Uh, he gets, Leo's problem is I'm seeing he gets really overstimulated real quick. So it's like you can only pet him in certain places where he wants to be petted. If you pet him like on the back of his legs, or if you pet him, on his belly, oh man, he's gonna turn around and bite you. I mean, not hard, not breaking skin, but hard enough to let you know, hey, hands off. And John also asks, do they consider you their servant? Oh, I am absolutely their servant, both of them, because everything I do is for these two, let me tell you. And then last, do they love you? They both do their share of marking all over me, headbutting me, rubbing against me. So I'm going to say, in their own feline way, yeah, they do love me. They do love me. So that concludes the question part of the reveal. Now I know you guys have been waiting for it. I know you guys have been waiting for it. There it is. I'm about to open it. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. Ooh, get that out the way. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Let me get this out. It is the new Rascal and Luci calendar. This is the official Rascal and Luci calendar. I am going to put the link up here. I'm so proud of this, you guys. I'm like, I'm going to pin this link. Everybody can get one of these of their own. I'm going to show you some of the. This is a 16. Oh my God, that is good quality too. It's nice and thick. This, it took me a long time to put this together. And I started this like almost a year ago. And because I wanted to do this, but now with the channel and all, now I've got a reason to do this. And this is, it's a 16-month calendar. So it does start this month. And this is like your September months, and you'd be getting some never before seen pictures of Rascal. And this is, I'm kind of like the memorial edition, because this will be the only calendar that actually has pictures of Rascal in it. Because the 2025 one, of course, will have Leo in it. And I wanted to get these out because these are going to make great Christmas gifts. They have every feline holiday on here. Now, there isn't one in January, but there are several. This is February. Oh no, this is October. This is October. Um, and there are several cat holidays here in October. We have Global Cat Day. We have National Black Cat Day, National Cat Day. And I've got, the nice thing about these, because they have cats on them, they all have the cat holidays on them. And this is going to be November. And let me see. Here is December. This is January. This one is February. This is March. This is April. May. This is June. Here's July. This is the picture that was on Spine Tick's live stream as pet of the week. So I'm real happy about that. And now that she's in a calendar as well. And these are the two birthday boys. There's Leo and Rascal. And this is August. And we've got September. There's another next October. We've got November and December. And like I said, these are up for sale at the link right above here, and they will be pinned in every link on every video of mine. My goal is to try to get hopefully at least 240 of these sold. I'm not saying, all 10 of you got to buy 240, but I'm saying you can pass this link on, share this with everybody that you know. I will have, if you you can share the link, with everybody that you know. That will surely help me out to help keep this channel running, and to do my best to bring you better things and better content and everything. So now I'm going to kind of turn everything, over to you guys. Do anybody here in the chat have any questions about the cat or the calendar or anything? Oh, well, thank you, Kim. You're amazing. You're amazing. I know I know, Kim, you had mentioned that you've been looking for a calendar that has all the cat holidays. And I know that on one of them, there's like Tabby Cat, there's Ragdoll Cat, there's Siamese Cat Day. And I know all of those holidays. There's even, I know there's Tuxedo Cat holidays in there too. And so it's got all the cat holidays. I did. I designed the calendar myself. But this is available through Lulu Publishing. Hi, Diana. I'm Diana. I'm so glad you're here. But the calendar is available through Lulu Publishing, and they're every bit as reputable as Amazon. I've bought things from Lulu before. And I've actually bought another calendar from another channel, which is where I got the idea to use Lulu Publishing for the calendar, because I was so impressed with the quality of the camera that I got. And it's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, this is the calendar. I'm so proud of this. It took me so long to put this one together. And, like in the process of filming these two back here, I do try to take, Diana is one of my real life friends, by the way. Um, so anyhow, the list of cat holidays in there is one of the big reasons why I wanted to do this, because I know a lot of people were looking, especially those of us that have cat channels. It's hard to find, even online, a list of all. I literally had to go research and check various different websites to get a list of all the cat holidays that I wanted to include on there. And just to let you know that when you order this, it does take about 2 weeks from when they receive your order to get it in, because I ordered this I ordered this on August the 30th. It just got here today. It was supposed to get here yesterday, as many of you know. I was supposed to have the live stream, but part of the live stream really depended on getting this calendar in, um because I really wanted to show you. Here's, like, I can't wait to put this up. I mean, it's, you know, and the really nice thing about this one, at least for me, is that I now have a way, to actually, I'm going to keep this forever, because these pictures, I'll have pictures of Rascal that are not just digital now. I can hang these and keep them forever. And Rascal really did look like your Sir Salmon. But he also kind of resembled, he's fluffy like Peachy though. So in my upcoming videos, you will be seeing, you know, the calendar and some videos and stuff, just to remind you. Like I said, it is a 16-month calendar, so it does go all the way through until December of next year. Do you guys have any more questions for me, or about the calendar or anything? Or oh, yay! You'll have to film it when you get it, Kim. I really want to see it. Oh, and if you do get one of these, I do film it. I really want to see it. I'd love to see it in your videos. Okay. So if nobody has any questions, or anything else you guys want to talk about, also, if you guys don't have anything to do on Saturday nights, definitely be sure to check out the Spine Ticks. Definitely be sure to check out the Spine Ticks live broadcast on Saturday evenings. Um, there, I believe, are on Pacific time. So if you're like, Central time or East Coast time, keep in mind that it'll be a little later for you. I know, when I get off of work, probably around 10:30, maybe 11, they're still going, so I can kind of catch them in the middle of it, unless I'm off that evening. But bye, Diana. But anyhow, definitely catch them live. I know From the Hilt also has a live broadcast where he broadcasts his gaming. And I know Bert has a live broadcast that he does sometimes in the evenings as well. So be sure to catch these channels. I have everybody um, in the description below for people to check out their channels. Um, and I will also keep the link for the calendar in the live as well. And I want to thank you all for coming, and thank you for everybody that is getting a calendar. Um, it will really help me keep the channel running and everything. So I will talk to you in a little bit. Bye.